Everyone talks about shadows and highlights like they're obvious, but how do you actually know where to put them? Some of you have asked about this, and I will show you my top 4 tips to master this mystical power. I printed these Reaper models at 1/48 scale, but let's be honest, they are tiny. Let's zoom in. Much better, now you can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, let's start with my favorite tip, the humble lamp. Just place it where you want the light to come from. A great starting point is from the front top, in about 45-degree angle. Boom! Instant sunlight, or moonlight, or spotlight, depending on what you are painting. So take a picture of the model and turn it black and white, and maybe crank up the contrast. Why black and white, you might ask? That's because when you remove the color, it's way easier to see contrast. Your eye focus on where the light hits hardest. Kind of like how I focus when someone mentions 3D printing. As you can see, top surface like the head, shoulders and raised arms light up. Under the chin, that's Shadow City. It's simple, fast and perfect if you're a bit nervous about where to even begin. Paint the model with that photo as reference. Next up, Zenithal Priming. Sounds fancy, but it just means lighter colors from above. Start with a shadow color or black and spray white with an airbrush or rattle can from the top. This makes a light map. You can use it directly with paint or as a reference. And if your partner isn't a fan of you shaking a spray can at 7 AM, then dry brushing is a great alternative too. Dry brushing is a bit gritty but works great if you're starting out or if you're allergic to compressors. Take a big round brush or a makeup brush and lightly paint it from the top down and don't push too hard. Black and white keeps it simple but can be hard to paint over. Later, if you feel like you want to experiment, then choose warmer or cooler colors for the shadows, depending on what color the light source is. Spray is smooth, dry brush is budget friendly. Use whatever works for you. As of now, it's very much like a coloring book. The darkest color fills the deepest crevices, the base color is in the center, and the highlight color is where it's pretty much pure white. Pretty easy, right? Hey, if you're enjoying this and haven't painted your shadows backward yet, why not subscribe? It helps the channel grow and tells me this stuff is actually helpful. Alright, let's keep painting. My third tip is to draw on a photo. Take a photo of your model and draw directly on it. You can use your finger, a stylus or a sausage, whatever you like. Start by identifying where your light source is. Then mark out where the highlights would naturally fall. Top of the head and on the shoulders and upper arms, and note where shadows collect underneath. It's a useful step to visualize your lighting in 2D, which make it much easier to follow when working in 3D. You can also use this trick after Zenithal Priming if you want to experiment with colors. Don't worry about being perfect, the point is to give yourself a clear guide. For the next tip, let's look at what happens when your model isn't lit by just one light source. This is a cool overhead light, like moonlight or a cloudy sky. There are no sharp highlights. Now, let's throw in a warm light from below, like a campfire. Suddenly the shadow flips upwards and areas like the face, knees and cloaked underside starts to glow. When you combine 2 light sources, the shadows blend together or even cancel each other out. Take a picture and use that as a reference. Let's flip the vibe. Now it's like sunset from above. It's warm, directional, and some spooky green from below. Where's that light coming from? I don't know. Radioactive goblins, slime pit, maybe the avocado you forgot in the fridge. Who knows? This is where the so-called OSL or object source lighting comes in. You're painting as if that glow is a real thing. Just ask, where would that light hit? Whether there's a fire, a lightsaber or some cursed fruit, OSL follows the same rule, one light at a time. Pick a color, pick a direction and paint the glow. You came, you saw, you highlighted! Now go flex those new powers on a poor, unsuspecting space marine. Until next time, my friend, stay creative!